Welcome to qnawire.
To determine the final velocity of the object which underwent an impulse of force shown in the slide. The initial velocity is negative 10 meters per second, and as we can see, initially the object undergoes a force directed to the negative direction. So now let's write down second Newton's law for this object. So its mass multiplied by acceleration equals to the force, or in the differential we can write down acceleration in the differential form, which becomes dv over dt. And here we have to notice that force is not dynamic, it is not constant, and it's a function of time. So let's rearrange this equation a little bit. So it becomes the following. It means that to find the change in the velocity, we have to find this guy. And in the integral form, it equals to the integral of f as a function of time by dt. So the limits of integrations are from some initial time to final time. So and now we can look at the graph to do this geometrically. So let's look at the graph a little bit closer. So the for the impulse of the force can be divided into 4 stages. So for first stage is acceleration is below 0, so the object is actually accelerating because the initial velocity is negative. Second stage, acceleration is above 0, then acceleration is below 0, and lastly acceleration is above 0. So now let's look at the areas which are limited by each process. So the initial process has area S1. Then the second process has area of S2. The third process has area of S3. And the last process has area of S4. So it means that this integral equals to the sum of these guys. So if we take into account that, let's say that during S1 the object is accelerating because it had the initially negative speed, so during the first process its speed is increasing in absolute value. So it means that this guy equals to S1 negative S2 plus S3 minus S4. And now let's look at the areas of these processes. So what we can see, we can see that S1 equals to S4 because it's symmetric, and S2 equals to S3 because it's also symmetric. So therefore this integral equals to 0, and the final speed equals to the initial speed, which is negative 10 meters per second. Yeah, this is the answer to this question. I hope I help you. Thank you very much. Bye.